Two very special guests. I have Syca Moore from Louisiana. Ooh, that's different. And I got Kayla Sharp from Richmond, Virginia. I want to say thank y'all again for taking the time to come up here. No problem. No problem. So, like, what's the drive? Like, what got y'all get into music, like, being the artist that you are now? Like,
Well, what got me into music was my brothers. Like, I have 3 older brothers.
Right.
So, just like growing up, they always listened to hip hop around me. Like, it was like Bone Thugs, Eminem, Tupac, Biggie, like that era. So I just grew up hearing the music that they played, and I loved it.
Right.
So they would get their own equipment. Like, you know how guys be always thinking they can rap.
Right.
But anyway, they would have their own equipment and stuff, and I just see them recording and freestyling, and I'm like, I like that. And I just always admired it, but it was when I never forget, bro. Like, I had seen, Remy Ma?
Right.
She had the music video on 106 in Park. It was Whatever, I think.
Okay.
Whatever, get it popping. I see
right.
the shoes. I'm like, oh, who is that?
But Louisiana got a lot of different like rappers coming out of there.
Yeah, but
you got Lil Wayne and
males.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I seen a female doing it.
Right.
You know, I just liked it. But when I seen a female doing it, I was like, I can do that. Like, I want to do that. And then after that was a wrap.
So you trying to set that new standard type thing.
Yeah.
Like women can make it out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I think it's being set.
Right.
I think it's a good time right now.
Oh, yeah.
For
2020 has been the year for female rappers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Females, period.
Yes.
So you feel like they're getting more attention as, like, now compared to back then? Like, back in the day?
To be honest. When I started taking it serious and actually recording and dropping singles and stuff in my city, like, it was just progressive because there was no females that was really rapping like that, like freestyling. They was making like little songs here and there, but I'm like at the freestyle battles, that type of thing in the lunchroom, going back and forth with my classmates. So it was just a progressive thing,
right?
That built over time.
Okay. What about you, Kayla? What said, you know what, I'm gonna be a singer?
I don't really know. Honestly, I didn't really realize how, like, my gift, I guess you would say, until like junior year of high school when I was I did the Wiz.
Right.
And I don't know, something that everyone else saw in me, I guess I didn't see in myself at that time, and it just, like, from then I've just been trying to figure out, like, am I really that person? And so I'm just going through this challenge of figuring out what type of artist I am, what I like to do. And it's just, right now I have a lot going on, so it's harder to put out music, but like just seeing my future and seeing, like, envisioning what I want, I'm pretty satisfied. And I don't know, the thing that really got me was probably musicals, which is because, like, that's where I started off. I wasn't starting off making my own music. I was in choir for a little bit, but like it wasn't anything serious. I was just joking around. I wanted to be with my friends and everything. I didn't really care about sorry to my teachers. I cared, but like I was just in it for the fun, and then I guess I'm starting to take it a little more seriously and realize that, like,
I remember you, like, back in high school, you was killing that. I thought you was already taking it serious at that time.
No, I was just joking around. I was just playing. I was just happy to be there, honestly. Like, the vibes, looking back at it now, like, some of the things that went down, but like I enjoyed my time, like, when I was doing the musicals. So I think also a part of me being an artist is finding that joy again that I had when I was doing musicals.
Right. So now what are you, like, trying to push when you're singing? Like, what do you want your audience to get from your music?
A story. Every song I have, like, there's a story behind it. And I think that's why it's a little bit harder for me right now to get it out, because I have so many stories and ideas, and it's just hard to get them out onto paper. So I'm just trying to, I guess, collect my thoughts and my experiences and all these emotions I feel, and, like, putting them down onto lyrics that, like, other people will also be able to understand and maybe relate to on a different level, you know. I just love that type of music where you can relate with the artist.
Right.
And that's definitely, like, where I want to go with this.
So, like, quality.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why it's taking me so long, because, like, I'm very picky with my music.
Right, because I know there's a lot of artists, like even today, they just be throwing out projects, but I don't really think it's high quality like it should be.
Like make you feel something.
Right. That's what I like.
A lot of people don't make music like that no more. Just
so I'm saying 2020 different. It's no feeling.
Yeah.
I'm looking for them feeling artists,
Yeah.
right? And that's when I saw y'all like IG, I said, you know what, they got something. They got something. I saw it in you years ago, and I saw you, and I'm like, you know what? She got that Mega Stallion grit, hunger, like she coming, like she ain't playing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I said I had to hit you up, because I saw like what you're doing. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the numbers. I said, nah, she need more. You know what I mean? She need more. Let's get her out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And same for you.
Yeah.
Like the voice is there.
Yeah.
I just feel like it needs to be heard more. You know what I mean? Because the voices that we hear now, I feel like we got better talent.
Yeah.
And I feel like y'all that talent.
Exposure at the end of the day. It's just exposure.
Yeah.
Like they got some people, no shade, but they might not really be that hot, but they got more exposure.
Right.
So.
And when you're rapping, when you're making your music, like what are you trying to get to your audience? Like
The same thing. Like
same
a
thing.
feeling. And it's like me just sharing the things that I've been through and then also providing like motivation, because I gotta motivate myself on a daily basis.
Right.
So I'm gonna talk my shit and let you know, like, yeah, this song going to get there.
You got to.
You know?
You got to. One thing about it, I was looking at y'all names, right? You got Kayla Sharp, you got Syca Moore. And when I was looking at the names, I said, damn, last name is Sharp. You was born to do this shit. You got G Sharp, A Sharp, like you hitting them notes. Like, come on now, you was born to do this shit. If you ever lose some type of motivation, all you gotta do is, you know what?
Say your name.
Say your damn name. And going for you, Syca Moore. I don't know if you know, but Syca Moore is a tree in Africa. You know what that means, right? Growth and strength. Ain't nobody can knock your shit down when you up in the studio. Come on now. You ain't going nowhere. Come on now. Y'all don't understand. Come on now. I want y'all to understand this. Y'all was born to do this shit. Right? So when you're like ever down on some faith or whatever in a corner, you know what? Think of your name. Think of your name. They can't stop that. They can't take that away from you.
I like that.
So I'm saying, Syca Moore, strength and growth. Kayla Sharp, you already know, just hit the note. Come on now. Come on now.
You got me there. You got me there.
So what's the ultimate goal though? Out of like all of this, like in the future, you know what I mean? Like that 5-10 year window. Like what are you looking to get to your audience? Like in success, like what are you trying to see in the next 5-10 years?
As far as success for me, and it's funny because the quarantine had me really thinking about this. Like my ultimate goal and success is just to be a master of my time, because it made me, when I started having to work from home, it made me realize how much I like being home and moving about the way I want to move about, and not going somewhere when somebody say I gotta be there. And so as far as success goes, I know I'm gonna be like completely successful when I can dictate my time all the time. And as far as like my audience goes, I just want to inspire and just share my story. And I don't care if it's with 10 people or 10,000. Like I just want to inspire and engage with the people who really relate.
Right. What do you guys say on that, Kayla?
I agree with, for my audience goal, I definitely want people to listen to my music, and hopefully like I be that artist that like gets them started on music, because the artist that really stuck, I'm going on a side branch, I'm sorry, but
no, you good.
I love Mac Miller to death. That's the first artist that I wanted to collaborate with if I were to make it out. And then
Gone too
when
soon.
he passed, it really something and it like clicked, and I was like, because like I want to do the same thing that he did for me, for other people, and I want that chain to continue and so that this music can just grow. I think that's my audience goal, is just for growth in general, just for everyone.
Right.
And for a personal goal, I just want to I want some money to live up on the hills and be chilling, just making music. That's it.
Right.
That's my goal in 10 years, for real.
I feel like consistency, like we spoke on earlier, is going to play a huge role in just doing that. Like just continuing to make music, not just for the point of making it, but just making music to inspire somebody, like you said, to inspire your growth, to inspire somebody else's growth. That's what music does for me.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Somebody would just to come across your music, just that one person,
Yeah.
you can probably just change their day. And that's what I get. Like, you know, if you keep on going, being consistent, that's what you want to get.
That's true.
And the next thing I do, like, want to hit on, though, is, like, you going to Louisiana and going up to Maryland, back and forth. You got a chance to see, like, different things, hear different music. You coming out of a state where they got NBA Youngboy, Lil Wayne, Boosie. Come on now. And then you coming out to Maryland. What's the difference in music that you hear when you're doing that?
It made me realize that no matter where you go, there's always going to be a signature sound for the area. Mm-hmm. That's what, like, because I work in D.C., so when I was going to D.C., like, on my lunch break, I'd just be walking down, like, going to the CVS or going to the beauty store or something, because I just be doing random shit.
I love
my
that.
lunch break.
Right.
But anyway, I just be hearing the go-go music playing, you know, and I know there's more than go-go, but that's still, like, it just, you know, it resonated with me. Like, every area got their own signature sound.
Right.
And I love it. Like, I love it. Especially seeing my people, like black people, just using the instruments, using the horns, using the drums in different ways. Because if you walk down the street in, like, New Orleans, you'll see kids just, like, with the bucket turned over, just beating it, you know? Just making music, however they make it. It just make me feel good.
Right. So is Mardi Gras really, like, that lit? Like,
it's
they be happy at it? It's thing. That's
it?
How long be going on for again? Like,
as long as I can remember. I'm pretty sure past, like, generations.
Well, I'm talking about, like, when they actually do it. Like, it's like a week long or, like, a celebration?
Mardi Gras, it could really be like it starts in January.
Okay.
But Fat Tuesday is usually in February.
Okay.
So it could be like several weeks long. Everybody want to have their own parade.
Man. So I got to
That
plan my
sounds
trip,
lit.
like,
you can,
way in advance.
If you, yes, in advance. But if you was to go, I would say just go on Fat Tuesday.
Okay. Fat Tuesday, that's it.
Yeah. That's the day right
Turn it up.
But after that, it's over. After Fat Tuesday, it's over with.
Got you. So Tuesday's the latest day.
Yeah.
All right. Planning a trip.
Everything else is just like a lead, like the pregame.
Right. Nah, I fuck with that. So when you need somebody to listen to and help you refocus and, you know, get you back on your grind, who is that artist right now that you can tap into and be like, yeah, this is why I do this?
I have more than one.
Well, you see him. Go ahead. You good.
Well, of course, I have Mac. He, in this one interview, I think it was with the Breakfast Club, him and Charlemagne, I think is his name. They were joking back and forth, and Mac is just, he kept bringing up Mac's past of, like, drugs and all that. And he was talking about how in his songs he doesn't, like, the way he had set up his discovery, he wanted to elevate each time, each artwork he had, everything he wanted to elevate and be a different person. He doesn't like having that label of, like, oh, you're this white rapper, you're like the next Eminem, you know, like, I don't know, that really stuck out to me, and it made me realize, like, how much, again, growth, like, how much I want to grow as a person, as an artist, in the industry, as a daughter, as a sister. Like, I just want to grow. And I feel like that really spoke out to me, and I see it now in his music, from kids all the way up to swimming and beyond. Like, seeing that leveling up, it's really, like, it's personal for me.
Right.
And then Ariana Grande, just because it's kind of controversial for real.
Right.
But, like, her honesty and her, from what we know, you know, you can only tell with so much how an artist is. They can,
right. You don't really know what's going on behind the scenes.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, but what she wants to be perceived as is, like, a strong girl who doesn't, like, she got so much hate because of the whole Mac Miller thing, and then because of the bombing, and it's just like seeing someone get knocked down so many times and still putting out good music and being an amazing, and I feel like she has so much untapped talent that she hasn't gotten into just because she has that label as the pop artist.
Right.
So, like, I don't know, I just be thinking about that. But those are the two artists that really, like, motivate me when I'm on my down days, for real.
What about you, Syca?
For me, I have a few, but I'll stick to two. One of them, Kevin Gates. I don't know if y'all know Kevin Gates.
Oh, I know Kevin Gates. He be going in.
Yeah. But he's from the same city that I'm from.
Right.
So, like, I literally watched him be an underground artist in my city, local, and just rise and rise and rise and rise. Like, I remember the first time I heard this dude's song on the radio. Like, the first time I ever heard him was on the radio, and I was like, damn, who was that with that Jamaican? He do a little Jamaican accent. Like, I like that.
Versatile.
And, versatile. And, like, in my town, I go back to, like, every city having that sound. Like, our city have, like, this jig sound. And he wasn't like that. And it kind of made me feel like, oh, okay, you know, I don't have to be like that. I don't have to fit in this box, you know. And it just inspired me. And he, like you say, get knocked down. People trying to tear you down because you coming up, and, you know, they hating and all that. But he just kept rising. Now he's like this superstar.
Right.
So, Kevin Gates for sure. And another one would be Nicki Minaj. Like, just her confidence level, the way she talk that talk, like she another person that.
But she's been quiet for a long time.
Yeah, now because she's like on OG status.
Right, holding babies too. Like,
yeah, you know,
baby
she's married,
thing.
she have children now, so and she dedicated like 10 years to the
game.
Yeah.
So she can chill back, like
Right.
she just like watching her on the come on, listening to her mixtapes and watching her evolve and just grow and be versatile, like you say. Like she just inspired me. Another person that inspired me and showed me that like women can be like whatever they want to be. They can be that big.
Right.
So.
And with all these artists coming up, like you got Summer Walker, you know, you got all these artists, Cardi. Ella May, I'm mad that she went quick. She dropped that boot up, and then her ass just left
She got mad because everyone was hating on her for the talking at the end of every song.
I love that.
I didn't hate it, but people really got in her ass for that.
I didn't know. I just be into the music as far as Ella May goes. So I didn't even know she got mad about that. Cause
she wasn't like mad, but like I vaguely remember like there was some
she probably feel like people don't appreciate her.
Right.
Well, I feel like people were like making fun of her though. Like, you know,
they
kept on hearing her accent at the end. Like,
but
what's the problem?
Shit inspire though.
Yeah.
Inspire. And I didn't like that Jacquees, and y'all seen that with her and Jacquees when he was remixing her song.
You know, he always be remixing everything though.
Performing it everywhere like it was his song.
Right.
And she like, yo, okay, that's enough.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's all Jacquees do. Like, he needs to make his own project.
Yeah. That's how he came up though. He came up off remixes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why he's still doing that shit, man.
Yeah.
He need to retire. I feel like it's his time to go. If you rely on somebody else to benefit, that don't even sound right. Yeah. Get your own game going.
Like freestyling is one thing, but you shooting whole videos and performing it, and nah.
That's not it.
Nah.
And speaking of performance, I want to bring y'all back to your first performance in front of people. Either that's being hundreds or thousands. You know, I remember you in high school, you know, you want to use that. Like, what's the preparation that goes into doing what you do, but this time in front of people?
Ooh.
So, okay. I'm trying to see how far back you want me to go.
Yeah.
Go back to the origins, the beginning.
The first time I performed in front of people was like my family. I had
Oh,
the karaoke box.
No, that is it though. That's where you start.
So we talking about that.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you know what? You can start there and then lead to the big stage. Okay. Try to bring those, together.
Yeah, I was performing. It's so funny because I was performing like Destiny's Child songs. I was obsessed with Destiny's Child. So I like, y'all, come on, y'all. I needed them to be my audience.
Right.
Yeah.
Watch me sing this song. And it was just something I just love music. You know, I just love it. So I didn't really start performing for real, like songs that I wrote until I got in high school. Like, you know, we used to throw like the little teen parties and stuff. Like,
I mean, we didn't get to do that. But
yeah, I had some friends that was DJs, and they was like, man, he was also a teenager. I remember, shout out DJ Sleep, that's my dog. And he's still creating content to this day. But he just hit me up one day. He went to a different high school. He went to Skylandville, I think. And he was like, yeah, I'm about to throw a little party or whatever. I need some people to perform. So I'm like, okay, bet. I got one of my friends, and we did our little thing.
Right.
And there was no preparation at that time.
Really?
Like, I was just showing up.
Right.
But now, I pick my track list. I go over the songs, get the show edit. Like, you know, just go over it the weeks leading up to the performance and how do I want this to flow and what do I want to say to the crowd.
And right before you get on stage, is there any like breathing technique you do, or you just locked in already at that moment?
Well, when I'm practicing, I find where I need to breathe. But then, like, really just working out, like being in the gym and building, you know, your stamina, exercise and running.
That really helps.
That helps a lot. It does.
Bro, you just told me some new information, Sean.
Yeah, it helped me.
Yeah, right.
You know, because it's not like I'm so out of shape that when I get ready to perform, I can't catch my breath.
Right.
It take a lot.
So you building your win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
To kill the game. Building your win to kill the game. Look at that. What about you? What's the preparation that goes in for you, Kayla?
For performance. Well, I have like terrible anxiety. So like I played soccer for like 10, 11 years, and I would, before every game, like I would get terrible anxiety. Like I couldn't, like I would be shaking walking onto the field. But like I look at it when I'm nervous during like any performance, no matter how small or big it is, I look at it as people are relying on me. It's not just about me. It's about the audience, the people who are working with me.
Right.
Like it's bigger than me. That's what I think about when I sing. It's bigger than me. And I also think about my aunt. She passed away when I was like 8 or 9. She was my heart. Yeah. And I always think like I'm doing this for her, because like I know she would want me to be as happy as I can be, and I know for me to be happy, I want to be singing and making money off of singing. So it's like I gotta hustle. I gotta push past the anxiety, because I know this is bigger than me.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of people that's going like behind the scenes pain.
Yeah.
With anxiety and all that mental issues.
Yeah,
you don't have a chance to see that in their music all the time, because all you're hearing is the voice. You're not really seeing the actions leading up to the voice. And that's why I love music so much, because it's their story that you're actually listening to. It's a puzzle that's like being built off many pieces. And that's why I just love music, because everybody can take their own from it. Either if you're a singer or a rapper, you can bring those two together and just change the game.
Yeah, that is very true.
Sure. It's definitely like before you get on the stage too. Like I feel you like shaking.
Right.
Like,
I be sweating on stage.
Yeah,
it's
I have
terrifying.
like, and this is probably TMI, but I have like anxiety sweats. Like on a regular day, I'm good, but
right.
you know I'm anxious when I just get to sweat.
Yeah.
So yeah, and because you thinking like, oh, what if I hope they like me, or what if they gonna, but then once you get into your groove and people's like, fuck this, it just all goes away.
Right.
Bro, and I feel like for me, it's like the smaller crowds I'm more afraid. When I'm like in musicals, or I'm like on a bigger stage and there's a lot of people, I'm not as worried. I don't know what it is, but it's just like, I don't know. Like I can't sing in front of my mom. I can't sing to my mom or my dad or any of my family. I can't.
Only time you gonna catch my ass singing is when I'm in the shower. Fuck all that. I ain't got no confidence to be performing in front of those people. Nah, you gonna catch me slipping. Fuck that. But that's cool how y'all got like that mindset. And the main thing that hit me, y'all know why. Y'all know why y'all do what you do. You're not just doing it for fun. That's the key.
I enjoy it. It's
I do.
That's
what I'm saying.
For me. It's fun to me.
Right,
sure.
but I mean, like, your why, just in case you fall off. You already know. You have your family in this. You got everything connected. Like, those are ties. It's ties to what you do.
Yeah.
So it's more meaningful.
Very true.
So.
Yeah, and that's also what let me know, like, the enthusiasm I have when I'm doing something that relate to music. I don't necessarily have that enthusiasm when I'm doing something just to get a check.
Right.
That's why I'm like, I gotta make money for me so I can be totally happy.
Right.
I feel that 100%.
If y'all had a platform that you wanted to perform on, like XXL, we'd be seeing the BET Awards. You'd be seeing how sometimes they be giving them, like, the young artists a chance to perform before they cut the commercial break, like BET and all them. If you had a platform where you wanted to perform on, which one would it be?
Well, this not necessarily before you. I mean, it is before you cut to the commercial break, but it's not for the small artists. I want to be in the, on the BC Hip Hop Awards, the ciphers that they have. I want to be in a cipher so bad.
With the groups. They be doing groups and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that, Double XL, Freshman, Cypher. I just like ciphers.
Right. But Double XL, I like them because they get the top guys coming out. You know what I mean? At that time, right? What about you, Kayla? What's your platform that if you had a pick right now?
For starting off, probably Tiny Desk. I love Tiny Desk concerts.
Vibe.
Such a vibe. And I feel like that their environment they make, it makes it easier for singers because it's more natural, it's more calm, it's not like the lights are on you, you're on a stage, it's like you're more comfortable, it's chill. I like that. Like, that would definitely be a great place to start. Start leveling up a little more and you start broadening out, you'll find this is how I look. Yeah, you'll find the chill, because I be on the big stages, in musicals and all that. When I don't do it anymore, but it's much more comforting to go back from a big stage to something simple, small. I used to do open mics in DC and all that, so it was going back and just having a chill vibe is not necessarily my vibe from my music usually, but I would still do it because it's just it's a new opportunity. I mean,
so when you did open mics, were you doing covers?
Mostly covers. I did one of my songs at the time, Make Up Your Mind, but I didn't put it out. It's not out.
You should drop it for the people.
We'll see.
I mean, you already made that announcement. Come on, now you gotta drop it for the people.
That was a while ago, but it was definitely not my vibe. The setting wasn't. I felt very out of place, but once I was there, it was a good experience for sure. So I think I don't think Tiny Desk would be too.
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you at the Tiny Desk,
really?
Just giving people their life.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like you do you're that vibe check person. You give the vibes out. I get that. Yeah.
I try not to overuse the word vibe too much, but
I'm
a very no. It's just that's just the type of person I am. I'm very zen, chill. I don't I don't know. I'm not the party type. I like to just relax.
But chill is a vibe, though.
It is. It is.
When he said Summer Walker, that's a vibe.
That's a vibe. I can't lie.
And it's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, that's true. I love me some summer songs. She's saying some crazy stuff, but she can make some good music.
Yeah, for sure.
So one thing that I realized, especially as I get older, I realize people will get into what they would consider they love back in the past and then start to fall off because they start to put their attention on other things, and this is where we got a lot of distractions. And I feel to stay online with what you want, you gotta fight through them. You gotta fight through them. And even in 2020, how do y'all two continue to fight through the temptations, the distractions of everything that's put out, even with social media? How do you find a way through that shit? It's a different time now.
Personally, I've made my fair share of mistakes. I'm not gonna lie, but to see my goal, what I want, sometimes I have to block out all the negatives. I literally have to stop talking to people, or stop reaching out, or I start putting in so much energy into these other people who are not giving me this energy back, because I need that energy for what I want as well. So I personally, it's been a struggle. I'm learning. I'm trying to maneuver through how to give my energy correctly, because I need a lot of it for what I want.
You need that balance.
Yes.
What about you, Syca?
She said a mouthful.
Sorry.
It really, for me, it took me to get distracted and then become inconsistent several times for me to realize, okay, you got to stop this. I just recently, maybe a year or so ago, actually when I moved here, so 2 years ago now, I had to make the conscious decision, I'm not going to be distracted by this and that. I'm not gonna become inconsistent. Like it's an everyday decision that I had to make. Like if I feel myself being my energy changing because of the things that's going on around me outside of like my passion and my music and stuff like that, I sit in it for maybe like a day or so, but then the next day I'm like, okay, I gotta get back.
Right.
Like I just gotta let it go.
Yeah. That's all you can do.
Because I recently made a tweet. I said, protect your energy. I ain't say that today, but I said that a long time ago. I said, protect your energy. Mm-hmm. Because there's some people behind the scenes who act like they with you. They got your trust, but it's all
Fake.
It's all fake. That's all I'm saying. Finding a way to go through the fake people and just being able to focus on you. That's what I realized. Even when I went to school for my first time, I realized when I focus on myself and start worrying about the bullshit that other people are trying to throw at me, I'm dangerous.
Period.
And when you're dangerous in 2020, ain't nobody can stop you.
But that's why all the distractions come.
Exactly.
That's why they come.
Right.
Like, ooh.
Right.
Bro.
It's
like,
tests.
Yeah.
I always tell somebody, expect at least one test in a day. Life is a test in a day.
Yeah,
in a day. You're not going to get through life scot-free.
That's hard.
I'll be failing.
Yeah.
Failing several times.
But it's just finding you. I always, I be serious, but you came into this world by yourself. Not saying that you got to do everything by yourself, but you did. You started walking by yourself. You started singing in the shower by yourself. You started putting in the work by yourself. Having people just uplift you to another platform. But if you have yourself and keep going, your energy will attract people to you. You ain't got to look for nobody. I would rather have that. Let my energy attract people. Why you got to go out and try to please other people just for them to fuck with you? Nah, fuck with me because I'm me.
Yeah.
I don't want to pretend to be somebody I'm not.
And
it's just so we can hold hands.
More people, when you just being yourself, like more people fuck with you.
Yeah.
Because even though we are individuals, we all have things in common.
Right.
Or if not, like if I ain't got nothing in common with you, I might have something in common with her.
Right.
Or the next man.
Right.
So as long as you being your true self, there is gonna be somebody that you have something they're gonna be able to relate.
Right.
That's why I'm like, when you try to act like something that you're not, why? For what?
Right.
That's
people can sense that.
Consistency, that's the thing. Like this year, a lot of true colors have shown, and it's
during a pandemic too. That's what hit me. During a pandemic,
you're gonna do me like that during a pandemic.
They take that type of pressure to bring it out.
Literally, I've lost so much respect for so many people this year.
Same.
Simply because one, either the energy I'm giving is not reciprocated, or the energy is inconsistent. One day you want to be my best friend, the next day you don't want to talk to me.
Right.
You just want to use my energy for when you low and you need me. And it's like there's definitely a point where you're like, there's enough, and that's the point I'm hoping I get to, where I'm just like,
for sure.
Enough.
Like I done had to cut some people off that hurt. It hurt.
That's why I'm.
But you can't you can't let people just take and don't put nothing back into you.
Right.
That's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta have a beneficial situation.
Yeah.
A situation where you can grow.
Yeah.
Both of y'all.
Yeah.
Not just one person feeding off of you just to use you.
Right.
I'm tired of filters. Even on pictures too. Take off the filters. In the pictures. In the day.
I don't know about that. But we can start a little slow.
We'll get to the pictures last. But at least with your damn attitude, don't make it filtered. Be authentic. There's not a lot of real authentic people here in 2020. That's just a sad aspect of it. But as long as if you know that, you're gonna grow.
Yep. Because
you know how people are, and y'all, I'm sure, have been in situations where people have revealed themselves, and you had to react.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you're the bad person for reacting.
Right.
Like,
girl,
come on.
That's why I be like, look, fuck all that. And just like you said, like living your life, not caring.
Yes.
I don't care if that's how you feel. Okay, you deal with that. I don't care about what you think about me. as long as I know I'm being solid with you,
That's all that matters.
it is what it is.
That's all that matters. I like what Cardi said in one of her songs. Like, you already know I don't fuck with you if I don't speak to you. I know y'all felt that, but
Yes. A little too hard.
yeah.
Big goal of mine. I want to get back into like with my like old friends and like making music with them and like building an empire kind of for the community. Like that would be really dope. I definitely would love to like start a band too, but I don't know about that.
Hey, it's an idea.
It's an idea.
Yeah.
It's an idea.
Yeah.
That means it's possible.
Right.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, when I realized, y'all know Issa Rae?
Issa Rae for Insecure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm off that again.
No, that's your show. Now, you like vibes?
Yeah.
That's your show, Insecure.
It's fire.
I don't be watching shows like that. I don't know. I need to start getting into it.
Well, this one, I will say, is worth it.
Really?
Like, the storyline, the track list.
And it's
the music
adult,
that
too.
It's every day, like, the stories that she tells.
Yeah.
It's fire. But she said one time during the interview, she was talking about, I think the interviewer asked her, like, you know, how she came up. And she was like, I had to realize that I had to start networking across. She was like, stop trying to reach to the top and ask people to fuck with you and pull you up and, you know, throw you something and give you a handout. Like, network with the people that's on the same level as you, at the same point in life as you, and y'all build together. And that's what I thought. Yeah, like, I'm not looking for no shout outs. I'm going to get out the mud with the other people that's trying to get out the mud.